Shalom, hola, bienvenidos, hello, welcome, beautiful RCP students. Today we are going to revisit a topic that we have spoken about before. However, we're going to break it down a little bit more. Ooh, y'all like that, huh? That rhyme. Before, more. Oh, Miss Breeze. And we're going to do it a little more in depth this time. We have a PowerPoint, we have the write up, we have pictures, and you're also going to follow up with some homework for Thursday. So you'll be receiving your assignment on Thursday, and then you'll be turning it in that evening or that Friday or by next Monday. Just make sure that I get it in my email, ksmith@leadps.org. Oh, LeadPS. That's how you know I've been working at schools for a long time. At ksmith@rcpschools.org. All right, young people. So today it is produce time. We are getting all deep into the soil and figuring out what exactly are vegetables and what exactly are fruit. What makes them different? I mean, they both grow in the garden, right? What makes them different? What separates them? So, when it comes to a vegetable, vegetables are the plant parts that are the roots, the leaves, and the stems, whereas the fruit is recognized by its seeds. So, when it comes to identifying if, say for instance, if a avocado, a lot of people might say that avocados are vegetables just because, they tend to go in salads or they just, maybe they have a vegetable vibe. However, they are most definitely fruits based primarily on the fact that they have a seed. Mangoes have seeds. Watermelons have seeds. Now, if they don't have seeds, then they are genetically modified organisms or GMOs. And we'll dig deeper onto that as we begin to go through today's lesson. So, the first essential question we are going to tackle is, when are the best times to grow certain fruits and vegetables? So, some of the best times to grow certain fruits and vegetables depends on what type of fruit and vegetable grows best in a certain season. So there are two different categories of fruits and vegetables. There are cool season fruits and vegetables, and there are warm season fruits and vegetables. I mean, the definition of them are pretty straightforward. Cool season fruits tend to grow in the cooler seasons, whereas warmer season fruits grow in the warmer seasons, meaning that they grow the best during these times. So we're going to dive into the cool season fruit vegetables. So, cool season produce are fruits and vegetables that prefer to be grown in a colder climate. Now, last week we spoke a lot about that in our fall season lecture, and we went really in depth on what happens to certain fruits and vegetables when it gets colder outside. For example, the kale, the starches inside of the kale, the enzymes shift over into being sugars, making the kale a lot sweeter. So here is two beautiful images of a cabbage and some peppers and some beans and some shallots and some parsley and some kale and some cucumbers. Beautiful produce. So cool season produce is or are fruits and vegetables that prefer to be grown in the colder seasons. Lettuce, carrots, these types of things. So let's dive deep into the warm season. Let's snuggle up in the warm season. So the common warm season fruits and vegetables are beans, corn, cucumbers, eggplants, melons, peppers, zucchinis, and summer squash, pumpkins, and winter squash, sweet potato, tomato, and watermelon. Now, if you see a watermelon, oh, excuse me, let's go back. If you see a watermelon in the store and it's not during a warmer month, then you know for sure that it is a GMO fruit, especially because for the most part, well, it's like a 95% likelihood that the watermelon that you find during the colder season is a hybrid, man-made, in a laboratory type of watermelon. Now, to quickly review warm season fruits and vegetables, they are the ones that grow the best and thrive the best in the warmer season. Now let's talk about what organic is, because we've talked about GMO briefly. However, a lot of people don't really know how to identify what an organic fruit and vegetable is. They just know like organic fruits and vegetables are a lot more expensive than the ones that have the pesticides. So, fruits and vegetables, on the fruits and vegetables, you will see a PLU, also known as a price lookup sticker. If the fruit or vegetable is organic, the code on the sticker will have 5 digits, 5 numbers beginning with the number 9. So if it has 5 numbers and it definitely begins with the number 9, that's how you know that it's organic. As you see here, 5 digits, start with the number 9, it's organic. If it has 5 digits and it starts with an 8, if it starts with an 8, it's a GMO. If it starts with a 4, if it has 4 digits, then it is conveniently grown and, I apologize. It is conventionally grown and it contains pesticides, which are things that we talked about with the bugs. It creates an environment where the bugs aren't allowed to be on the fruits or vegetables based on certain chemicals or natural herbs or oils that will make them not to be on the fruits or vegetables. So we are on organic though. So when you walk in the store and you're like, I don't know if this is an organic apple or not, all you have to do is check if it has 5 numbers, 5 digits, and if it starts with the number 9. That's how you know it's organic. Now, somebody tell me, is this an organic apple? No, it's not, because it starts with the number 4 and it has 4 digits. It is conventionally, I need some water. It is conventionally grown and it contains pesticides. So it's not the best thing to eat. So, organic fruits and vegetables avoid the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and pesticides. They require the highest standards of animal welfare, which means like top-notch care of the animal. And they don't permit the use of genetically modified organisms, meaning they don't allow GMOs. That's how it's organic. It's real, straight from the soil, no hoopla. So again, how to read a produce label. Conventionally grown starts with a 4. The genetically modified ones, the GMOs, which aren't great at all, have the 8 with the 5 digits, and the organic starts with the 9 and has the 5 digits. So let's talk about GMO. GMO, genetically modified organisms. These organisms have been altered or changed in a way that does not naturally occur by mating or natural recombination. So, as far as an animal, these GMO creatures don't come naturally on how animals and people reproduce. And for the beautiful plants, it doesn't grow naturally. It's man-made in the laboratory using genetically engineered materials. So, through this process of genetic engineering, they're able to create different combinations of plants, animals, bacterials, bacteria, and virus genes that don't naturally occur in nature. So, a lot of things like pineapples or broccoli or cauliflower, these things are genetically modified organisms. They don't grow naturally. Here's another list. Here's another list. Now, papaya, for the most part, I know is an alkaline fruit. So this must be an example of papaya in the state of it being GMO. So there are natural tomatoes as well, alkaline tomatoes, and they are called cherry tomatoes. And they're absolutely beautiful and just amazing. And that would be an example of, but they're a lot smaller. Those are a few examples of GMOs. So let's recap what we learned today or reviewed about vegetables and fruits, how vegetables are the root, the stem, and the leaves of the produce or the plant, and the fruits are identified by their seeds. Now, if you go into a store and you notice that a fruit does not have a seed in it, what is that called? Correct. It is GMO. And somebody tell me what GMO stands for. Correct. Genetically modified organism. Thank you all for putting that in the comment section. I appreciate you. Now, lastly, we broke down the difference between the cooler season and the warmer season produce. Now, the cooler season produce and the warmer season produce are pretty self-explanatory depending on, how you process that information. So the cooler season produce grows best during the cooler months, the winters, the beginning of the springs, the fall. And the warmer seasons, the end of spring and the summer. So these are beautiful examples of just it shows you what to grow in certain seasons and how they grow best without any type of manipulation by genetic engineering or GMO. So some examples of the colder season produce are the carrots and the lettuces. Carrots and lettuce in the cold. And in the warmer seasons, we have the watermelon and the cucumbers. Those fruits grow best. Again, when you see them in the store and they are not in their season, you know for a fact they are GMO, genetically modified veggies or genetically modified fruit. And remember, don't forget, GMO, GMO, GMO are man-made produce, animals, anything that is made in a laboratory. So I'm going to have some questions for you all, again, in the Google document. I'll be sharing that on Thursday, so you'll have it on Thursday. That'll be your check for understanding. If you need to go back to this video, please do watch it. And I truly appreciate and I'm grateful for you all for just enjoying this journey of virtual learning. I thoroughly enjoy myself, and it's produce time. Make sure that you go through, and if you need to rewatch anything to get a deeper understanding of it, make sure that you do that. And I will be back with another video very, very soon, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please send me an email or send it down in the chat box or the comment section. And thank you all for participating. See you all soon. Have a great, 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 great afternoon. Oh, wow. I'm just rapping all day, you guys. You heard that? Soon afternoon. Also, tell me how you're doing in the chat box. Tell me some cool facts, some cool things, just so we feel more engaged.